You have to understand that the core motivation of each type is actually its trap. So, for example, if you're a 4, authenticity is a trapping. If you're trying to be helpful as a 2, that is a trapping. If your pursuit of mastery as a 5 is an ego trapping, right? Authenticity isn't always required. You don't always need to be helpful, and not everything has to be pursued to a point that you become a master at it. And our egos fixate on this because they serve something for us. It's a form of coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism that our egos use to serve some sort of function. So if you see these things activate, then ask yourself, what are you trying to cope from? Now, it's not to say that these core motivations or these trappings aren't useful to you. They most definitely are, and they have been for a large period of your life, and that's why we lean into them specifically. When used in a healthy way, your essence actually expresses itself through these core motivations and these traits, right? And you see people who do this, they start glowing. They become magnetic, charismatic, powerful individuals, and that's how you use it in a healthy way. However, the mistake is leaning into it so much that it becomes dysfunctional, right? And that's why it is an ego trapping. So just because you are an 8 doesn't mean you always have to figure out the truth. Just because you're a 5 doesn't mean you always need to pursue mastery. And just because you're a 4 doesn't mean you need to be authentic all the time. The world is way more dynamic than this. You don't have to silo yourself into any one particular form of coping just so you can get by. And the Enneagram teaches us this. Teaches us that we are so much more than our personality types, and our ego trappings are actually our prison cells. They lock us away from who we truly can be. So step out of it and watch yourself grow.